What's up, sports fans? Ryan here with Fantasy Sports Consulting. If you're already a team member and you're on my list or in the private Facebook group, this video is not going to mean a lot to you. This is just for people who have kind of been on the edge or kind of been on the outside looking in and thinking about joining. Just want to cover kind of a 5-point plan of what it is we'll cover, what you get out of it. If you think it's worth your money, awesome. If not, I hope you continue to watch the videos, and I wish you the best of luck playing DFS. Let's all go out and win ourselves some money. Point number one, we all want to be millionaires, but most of us don't have the funds to be constantly reloading our accounts. If you listen to what I say, read what I write up, follow, learn, and talk to other people, I can help you win more cash games than you lose. Cash games are key to me in NBA and NFL to keep padding your bankroll so that you have money to play around with the GPPs trying to win some bigger money. Or if you want, you can just simply grind it out this way. It's a noble profession. You could be like Knish from the movie Rounders and just win cash games more than you lose them and build your bankroll up that way. Totally up to you how you play. I personally use the profits from my cash games to play GPP a little bit more. And then, 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 20 times a year, however many times it is, take your profit in that way. It's a little less consistent, but it helps me play the way I like to play. Okay, talking NFL for just a second. For example, there's like 20 weeks of NFL in a given year, approximately for DFS. Now, I didn't do a great job of tracking my record this year, but I know in cash games where I set one main line, my record was like 15-5 or 14-6 this year, and I can even chalk up a couple of those losses to injury, but I won't because I probably maybe squeaked across the line a couple times because of injury. So we'll just say approximately a 70-75% winning percentage on cash games this year. I can help you get to that. In NBA, you'll have your ups and downs. You'll have weeks where you never lose, and you'll have weeks where maybe you only win once or twice. But typically, I win my double ups about 65% of the time. So that will help me keep my roll padded to play more GPP. All right, number two, why should you join? To me, this is a big one. I'm not going to lie to you. While there are plenty of honest people within the DFS industry, it's also unfortunately riddled with liars, scammers, and big websites. And this is kind of a problem I hear about more and more lately. Some of the bigger names out there pushing you in one direction simply to divert ownership levels and to play different players. As DFS grows, this becomes more apparent, and I'm starting to field questions on that daily, whether some of the larger sites out there are purposely pushing people in the wrong direction so their players can go ahead and take advantage and help them win big GPPs that way. I'm not a part of any of these big websites. I don't know if there's any validity to it, but I'm starting to get questions on it on a relatively daily basis. So I will almost always play exactly who I recommend, unless there's last minute scratches or changes I need to make for lineup construction that just help me out better. I won't take your money, go away, and just give you crap lineups just to take your money. I'm here for the long term. Most of my customers now are monthly. If you're a monthly customer and you're not doing well, you're not going to come back next month. I have incentive for you to play well. It's like working on commission. If you keep winning, you're going to keep coming back. If you're losing, you're not going to. It's really that easy. I also won't inflate my stats. Now, I spend a lot of time on social media, and I can tell you I see a bunch of bullshit all the time. People saying, oh, our cash lineups win 90-95% of the time. That right there, you should know is a lie. With NBA alone, foul trouble, bad shooting nights, injuries, late scratches alone make that virtually impossible. So when you see people like really pumping up their stats that they're to the point of not being believable, know that they're probably just pissing on your leg and telling you it's raining. So I will tell you the truth and be honest with what we're doing. All right, number three, the VIP Facebook group is a great place to meet other DFS players. It's kind of cool to me when I see some of my customers becoming at least online buddies with one another, and they're having private conversations. And player A lives in Cleveland, so he knows the Browns and the Indians real well, and player B lives in Chicago, he knows his Cubs and he knows his Bears and stuff like that. But meet some real life sharks, players who legitimately have won tens and sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars playing DFS. Network with other people. You're going to get in what you put out of it, or you're going to get out what you put into it. So if you just want to be there just to take my picks, you're probably only going to get so much out of it. But if you want to meet the other people, talk with them, start talking to people who know their specific sports real well, it's a great place to network. If you someday want to be a DFS evaluator full time, I got people who have grown out of my group to do their own thing. I encourage it. I'm not a greedy man that's looking here to tell people they can only play my picks. I will give you a hand as long as there's something mutually beneficial in it for me, for even if you just want to be an admin in one of the groups and actually really help people. So I got guys like Michael Lara who run his own golf group outside of this. And a lot of this started because, he was in here and he just tried to do his own thing and it's working for him. All right. I'm just going to give you an example of what my day consists of so you have an idea of what kind of time I put into this and know that I'm not just spending 45 minutes on a lineup and hoping it wins. I get up about 6:50 a.m. every day, get my kids off to school, and by 7:15, 7:30, I'm on my way to studying the nighttime slate. I make my podcast in the morning, and then I do more studying, and then I start my write up. About 1 p.m. Central, you will usually get an email from me, and you will get it posted in the VIP Facebook group. I will give you 6/8 of a cash lineup, how I would start, and then my core group of 5 players for GPP. This way, we don't all have the same lineups, and DraftKings and DFS are trying to move away from any type of lineup sharing and trying to put into place better tracking repercussions for it. So I'll get you going, and then I'll kind of give you a brief breakdown of who else it is that I like, play, don't play, GPP cash, and things like that. If you're interested in a sample, feel free to email and I'll send one over to you. Then I take some time out for lunch, maybe 15 minutes. I'll pick up my kid in the afternoon, but right after that, I'm back to reevaluating the slate now that we got more information out. So in a given day, I'm spending 4, 5, 6, 7 hours upwards of looking into this. So I really have a pretty good idea of what I'm talking about. Once the lineup's locked, okay, about 5 p.m. or 1 hour before tip, I will post my updates within the Facebook group. And if I have the time, which is most days, but not every day, I'll help field questions. I can't be a one-on-one service, but I'll help field questions for you. I.e., who do you like better in cash, player A or player B? I prefer player B, or whatever it might be. And at about 6 o'clock, I will shut down social media so I can concentrate on watching NBA for 3 to 6 hours a night. In a given week, I probably watch 20 plus hours of NBA, just going back and forth between the games, trying to get a really good handle of who everybody is. Everybody out there these days, it seems like, is a big stat cruncher, and a lot of people sometimes miss the common sense approach to DFS, and that is actually knowing the game. I'm not somebody in there just pounding out things into a lineup optimizer. I'm somebody who really, truly spends a lot of time studying the game, doing my best to give you guys good information. Because, again, to be selfish, if I give you good info, you will pay me again next month. If I give you bad info, you won't. Pretty simple, right? Like a lawyer who works on contingency or a salesperson who works on commission. All right, number 5. My fees are extremely reasonable. Now, I don't do daily or weekly or anything like that, but it's only $30 per month. Or $200 for an entire year. $200 for an entire year covering 3 sports, NFL, MLB, and NBA, works out to $16.66 per month, or just over 50 cents a day. If you're a common person who, works during the day at their job, has kids, has a life, and things like that, and wants a more abbreviated version of DFS where you can still be competitive, I think I can seriously help you do that. I can help you keep your bankroll padded. Is every day going to be perfect? No, I'm not going to sit here and tell you every day is going to be perfect, but we'll win more than we lose. And hopefully, if you read what I write, if you talk and network with the other players within the group, you will get better. And it all is what you want to put into it. If you just want a lineup to show up in your email and you don't want to do any of the work on your own and none of it at all, I may not be the best person for you. But if you want to do a little bit of work, then I might be a good move for you. So thanks for watching. If you're interested, look down in that description section. You see where it says show more? You can click on that. You can find my Twitter, my Facebook page, all sorts of things that you can contact me that way. Love to have you as a customer. If you're not interested, I understand. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I wish you the best of luck in your DFS ventures. All right, guys. Thanks a lot.